This is Kenny's Guitar Tech Tips with me, Kenny Barnwell, professional touring guitar tech. I've teched for some big name artists and toured around the world, which means I've met a ton of people, been in a variety of situations, and made my fair share of mistakes. And I've learned a thing or two about how to adapt to the inconsistencies of the live show. I want to share with you another option, method, or trick that you can try out and see if it works for you. Today's tech tip of the day I want to talk about is action height. You've got nut action height and you've got bridge action height. Last episode I showed you guys was the relief using the feeler gauge. This is the next step in that process. You take a 6-inch rule. I got mine at Harbor Freight. You can get yours at a variety of places, Home Depot, Lowe's, those type stores have them. Basically it's a 6-inch rule, metal ruler. It's got markings for 30 seconds and 64ths. So I'll take and hold down on the first fret. Then I'll take the 6-inch rule and I want to, at the top of the fret, while holding down the first fret, and again holding down the first fret does away with any inconsistencies from the nut. I take my 6-inch rule, and what I'm looking for is the bottom of the string to the top of the fret wire. You're looking for a measurement, and on that measurement I'm looking for a 2, or a fat 2 it's called, just above the 2 30 seconds line, all the way down on the high E string to a straight 2. Hold down the first fret between the E string and the A string. Put your 6-inch rule down, hold it against the back of the string. Next, when you're holding that down, you look real close and you'll see on the 30-second side that the bottom of the string is just above or covering the 2 30 seconds line. All the way down to the high E side where you have a 2. Fat 2 and a 2 is considered a nice normal to low action. I wouldn't recommend going all the way up to a 4, but I have seen a lot of bass players and a lot of guitar players that like a real heavy action go all the way up to 4 30 seconds, which is extremely high. When you go that high with action and you start playing, especially on the lower end of the guitar, you're going to deal with intonation problems for sure. On this particular guitar, the action adjustments for height wise, at the 12th, what we talked about are these 2 set Allen screws. You just move these 2 screws up and down, which will raise and lower the string. They're minute adjustments, but the smallest millimeter adjustment, oftentimes a player that I've worked for, they can really tell. We talked about nut action earlier. How I adjust and just check for nut action is you depress the 3rd fret and you want to see movement between the first fret wire and the string. You can see the movement there. Now that's actually considered high nut action, believe it or not. You can get to the point to where you can file down the nut slot to the point to where it's barely showing movement. And you check all the strings like that to see the consistency. And this particular player, he likes it a little bit higher on the nut action because he plays nice open chords. But the rule is this: if it doesn't buzz open, then you're good. And now we feel confident after we've adjusted your nut action height, and now we feel confident at the bridge action height. I'm Kenny, and that's the tech tip for the day.